He can barely see us. Hang on a second. Now we're good.
We're going to have to be really close.
Hold on. Let me see if I can back this up a little bit to see if it works better. Can you back that up?
Welcome planned.
Yeah, technology. Oh, I think that might work. That work?
I have meetings that they sit around a table and I can't see anybody but the table. Like that much of somebody and that much of somebody else. Not very useful.
We put it back.
There we
That's
go.
better.
There we go.
Awesome. I was like, wait a second.
Now you guys don't have to hug each other for the whole show.
Yeah,
Good.
that's good. She's not a hugger. Too funny. Are you gonna run a watch party?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I should figure out how to share this.
Let me just mute.
She
No clue how to share it. I'll have to share it after because I haven't a clue.
Perfect. How are you, Lisa?
I am fantastic. And if I look like I'm looking the wrong place, it's because this is mirrored and I'm live all day, not mirrored. So if I look at myself, I'm doomed.
Oh,
I'll look like a swordfish. I'll sit there and try. I'll do the whole giraffe thing, you know, when you're looking at the camera, except you're not looking at the right part of the camera.
Like when I go to the left, my body goes to the right. I have to do the opposite.
yeah.
Exactly. I'm not mirrored and I'm live all day. So there's no way I can't. It's like patting your head and rubbing your tummy at the same time.
Which is really, really difficult to do.
Yes.
It is.
Yeah. Awesome. So for those of you who are watching us live, whether you are on my page live, fan page live, YouTube live, Tina's Watch Party live, wherever you're at watching us right now, we are streaming on Facebook and YouTube. This is the Evening Coffee with Angela and Tina, and we have an awesome guest tonight with us, Lisa. And she was a huge fan of ours last week, commenting like crazy. And we were like, let's have her on there. Let's have her on our little evening coffee show. So here we are.
Welcome.
I am. And I get to hear kids talk all day long because I work with kids with reading issues. So we spend a lot. If it wasn't for talking, I wouldn't have a job.
Thank goodness you have your voice, right?
I got used to it.
And now you get to have some adult time.
That's awesome. And is tea allowed? Can we do tea?
Yes.
Okay.
I love your mug. The M&M guy.
Well, it's back. Is it backwards for you or is it the right way?
What does it say?
Inside
everything, there's a little nuts.
Oh, okay.
Perfectly appropriate for today.
Doug Mascherino is on. He put top fans.
Woo!
We have our
If I just finished watching him, then it's okay. He can watch us.
Yeah, there you go.
Perfect.
I got to do Gettysburg with him, and it was incredible.
I know. That's where I met you.
He is a fantastic man and a fantastic elected official. He is no politician.
Yeah, facts. Facts. We love it. It was awesome. It was so great to meet you in person.
So you know, reading is a whole different universe unto itself. And the reading wars have existed on many different levels for the entire time since, at least since America's been teaching kids how to read. And if it wasn't teachers, if it wasn't the whole line of thought thinking that you learn to read by osmosis, now we have this whole science of reading involved with things like, well, you guys know what a syllable is, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many times you clap in a word?
Right.
Okay. What is what you should not scream in a movie theater?
Fire.
How many syllables does that word have?
1. No, fire. 2.
Are you sure? Fire.
1. Fire is 2.
Listen, we've been out of school a long time.
This is the kind of things that reading people fight about. How many syllables is in the word fire? I say it fire, but I know there are people, especially our Southern friends, fire.
Oh, okay.
I see.
If somebody says fire, you're not going to think anything's wrong with it. You'll understand exactly what they're saying. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. You know, it's so funny. We were talking about words last week, you guys. This is why we're on this whole like words and where you're from and things like that. And we were pronouncing words differently depending on where you live, where you're from, like whether you're from the north, the south, the east, the west, doesn't matter. And so that's what we're talking about tonight. And it's we just want to make it fun. It doesn't have to be politically correct because Lord knows I'm not at all.
Amen, sis. I am not either.
Yep. So that's really where we're at, right? So it's just a matter of being fun. Like we were talking about last week, like how do you say caramel? Do you say caramel or do you say caramel?
And I say both. She called me because I ordered a caramel macchiato. She's like, you just say caramel. And then I got a caramel. I don't know what. She's like, you just say caramel. I'm like, well, it just depends on how I'm using it, I guess.
Now, what end of Pennsylvania are you in? Are you in a hoagie zone?
What?
A hoagie what?
A hoagie zone. What
is
are
that?
long sandwiches called? Oh, you're not. Then you see,
No, hoagies? Oh, we say hoagie.
hoagies. So
Where I'm from, they're a sub.
where now New York, I grew up in New York where the book title "A Hero Ain't Nothing But a Sandwich" makes total sense.
Ah, yeah.
Try that outside of New York. No clue. So I've lived in a hero zone, a submarine zone, a sub zone, and now I'm in a hoagie zone.
And in Maryland, it's sub.
Is it?
Yes.
So Tina is actually born and raised in Baltimore. So if you're not from Baltimore, you say Baltimore. If you're from Baltimore, you say Baltimore.
I don't.
Somehow.
Well, what about Pennsylvanians, rural Pennsylvanians at least? How do you say how tall somebody is? It's their what?
Their height.
Oh,
But they say height, I think.
it makes me convulse. I'm sorry, it does. There's a T at the end of that word. I don't know where the H comes from.
It's funny. When I met my son's dad in college in Philly, now I'm from Baltimore. He's from here in Pennsylvania. He would ask me, do you want to come with? And I would look at him and say, do you want to finish your sentence?
I never even thought about that. Come with. That's totally. I'm going to the store. You want to come with?
Right. That's how we speak, right?
Yeah.
You want to come with?
Yeah. I never knew that. Come with me? I think my daughter will look at me like I had 2 hip.
And how about this? When you go to the salon, what do you get done? Like I get a haircut. Some people get their hairs cut.
What you talking about, Willis?
It's a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing. I've heard people say it. I just say hair.
I get my
I'm
hair
gonna get
cut.
my hair
How
cut.
many years do they cut?
All of them.
Do they do them individually?
I don't know. It's just one of those things. One of those like
Years.
area things.
At least I can understand that one. The height one, I'm baffled on that. Totally baffled. Now, you guys decided you were both in Porcupine, right?
Porcupine. Yeah.
Porcupine. Mhm.
Porcupine, clearly.
Yes.
So anybody listening who's from the South, they're probably in a Porcupine zone.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
You know, here's here's what I came to the conclusion of, Lisa, is that everybody, depending on where they're from, has a different way to pronounce things. Like, I don't believe that something is wrong or right anymore.
Now you're getting
I mean,
correct.
there are right and wrongs. Like, I saw a teddy bear at Valentine's Day that said, "You're my sweetheart," and it's Y-O-U-R.
Okay, that's
wrong.
different. That's wrong. That's
wrong.
the spelling wrong.
And
Right.
defeat.
And yeah, because you need to understand which there it is. Is it THERE? Is it THEIR? Or is it THEY''ER?
R-E.
It matters.
It matters.
That matters. But like how we pronounce words.
Well, I work with kids with reading, and truthfully, if they pronounce sister, I don't correct that. I'm not a speech person. My job isn't to correct that stuff.
Right.
My job is to teach kids how to read.
So I say sister, but when I'm goofing around with my sister, I say sister.
There
Right.
you go. So
You
that's
know,
correct. But if you read the word mom as mother, no, that's not correct. That's a different word. Make sense?
Why is the English language so difficult?
I tell my reading students that if any of them ever listen to this podcast, they will they'll absolutely back me up. English flat out sucks.
It does.
It does.
Here.
Math is easier. 2 times 5 is always going to be 10, no matter what you do with it.
Right.
OGH has 13 different sounds.
What is it?
Wait.
OGH.
O-U-G-H. Yeah.
13 different sounds. Rough, different sound than through, different sound than thought.
Mm-hmm.
What about E-R-E? E-R-E for where says air. E-R-E for were says er. You wonder why kids struggle with it?
I don't wonder.
Where is one. Could you imagine a kid having to just read that phrase? Oh, we do things like that. We torture kids.
Oh my gosh.
You have the best background, though.
I know. Look at all those pictures. Are they from all your students?
These
Not all of them. Some of them.
Yes, these are all of them, my students, including that beautiful one. My
They're
kids,
beautiful, really cute.
my kids read stories they do other exercises, but every day I work with my kids, so I'm not one of those tutors who's just there like once a week or something. I'm in their house every day, so there are about 98 different stories in the elementary and almost as many in the other sections. So my kids get to read, and when they find a story they really love, they draw it for me.
Oh,
And
that's
what
adorable.
I have to have a drawing from students before they graduate. A few of them slipped on by, but so we have, and see what I'm saying? I'm tipping the wrong way here.
I'm doing the same thing.
Wait a second.
But we have
Into the picture. Yeah.
this. It's a cat with golden fur, a princess, a castle. My kids, I have the best kids ever. I love what I do.
That's awesome.
I get to see them every day.
That's really cool. How long have you been a reading teacher?
I have been teaching kids to read for 4 years now. I'm the first one to use this program at a distance. And now I train all over the country and out of the country as well, for other people to do what I do. And I absolutely love it. I have people working for me, but I also have 17 students of my own, ranging in age from 6 to Amira must be 16. So,
Wow.
Awesome.
I love what I do. And we do torture kids. But they only have to read for 1 minute a pop. But things like where. Oh, wow. Or where. Which one is it? It's only one letter deciding the difference.
Mm-hmm.
There were 3 there. E's and R's and TH's everywhere.
And then you have words like weight. And there's multiple different spellings of weight.
Yep. I had a kid read a word. Now they have to read words in isolation, so read words in exercises. They were on an exercise today that was with the OU sound saying ooh, but they read WOUND as wound. I can't mark it wrong. It wasn't in a sentence, and it's a totally legit pronunciation, so they didn't get it marked wrong, but it's funny how our language works. It is ridiculous. There are no spelling tests in Russia. I dated somebody from Russia once.
Really?
Oh.
They don't have spelling tests because everything is phonetic. One letter, one sound, you spell it literally by the sounds. Unlike our language, the moment you try to sound out of and spell it by its sounds, you're in trouble.
Yeah. You know, it was funny. Like when I was a kid, you know, I remember sitting there with my mom, sound it out. What?
Yeah.
You'd sound out words and you're like, but that's how it sounds. Okay, never mind. Sound it out with a silent E. Like,
put something there, gargantuan. As soon as you get to TUAN, oh, these kids have a hard time. And then we just mess with words. What was that?
There's still words I struggle to spell. Thank God for Google for work. No, like for when it comes to my work, like my full-time job. Thank goodness for Word, because I'm throwing things in Word and Word's giving me a squiggly line and I right click and figure it out. I cannot spell definitely for the life of me. I don't know why.
True confession time? Is it true confession time?
Yeah.
I can't spell rhythm or rhyme.
Oh.
I have a chance. Rhythm, like Google can't even figure it out. I have to ask this little doctor in my house. I can't even get close with the word rhythm. And my daughter, who's homeschooling, laughs at me because she can spell it easily and fluently.
oh, interesting.
Maybe you can help me, because friends of mine have tried to help me figure this out. Like, you know how there's different words that, like, effect and affect, like how it affects something or you're
Effects
or you're affected by. I never know which word to use. So I use the word impacted when I need to use the word affected. Because I can't figure it out.
I just turned 5, girl.
Camera 5.
Yep.
Or what about this? Writing a text message or an email. You rewrite it because you can't, your computer or even your phone can't figure out what you're writing. So you write it a different way, so that way you don't have to use that word that you're trying to use, right?
Absolutely. You avoid spelling altogether. And you know, there are people who've asked me if I could help their kids with spelling. And no. I could spend the rest, truthfully, I could spend the rest of my life trying to teach kids how to spell. And my gosh, nobody goes to jail for lack of spelling. But 19% of graduating seniors can't read medical directions or their menus at restaurants necessarily.
Wow.
Those are the ones that graduate. So
right.
Spelling, you can always use tech if you can get close. Or heck,
saved my life.
Predictive text.
Hi, Kimberly Ann.
But when you can't,
Kimberly Ann.
But when you can't read, no amount of voice recognition is going to do it for you. You're up the creek.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you guys can read what I sent you.
Oh, my goodness. It was really funny. So you sent it, and I started reading it, and then you sent me another message like, don't read it. I'm like, okay.
Well, I want to see, I mean, this is an exercise that I have my students finish, and I will post in the comments one of my students completing this one. But I don't know if you guys are going to be able to do it.
Oh. Are you able to pull it up?
Are we supposed to pull that up right now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh boy.
Hey, I thought this was about the way we talk, so the way we read might have something to do with that. I have a handy 1 minute timer.
Oh my, you're being timed too. You're doing this, girlfriend.
I'm not doing this. You do it.
No, you do it. It's your turn. I'm drinking my coffee. I'm gonna watch and say hi to people as they join.
Oh my goodness.
Got it.
You both try it because unless, of course, I mean, and if you get this, then the whole world knows that you can do it. So there's no sense in anybody else trying to top it.
Okay, so I got to read this really fast.
You have to read this in 1 minute. I will have a timer. I will ask if you're ready before I hit start.
I'm just gonna pronounce words whether they're right or not.
Yeah, let's. Well, I'll keep track of the errors and such.
Okay, good.
Okay, let me make sure this is set to beep. Hang on. No, it's set to flash. Okay, so are you ready?
I'm ready.
Start.
Next to Sue's superb Spanish seashell shop near Sarasota Springs is Fred and Fran's fantastic fresh French fried frog finger franchise. Suppose for 5 of Fred and Fran's French fried frog fingers were figuratively placed inside some of Sue's special Spanish seashells and so served. Perhaps surprise and shock that such a sophisticated display would subsequently accelerate sales and save similar seashore shops so situated. As so it happens, Cucumber Kate's Kentucky Cracklins called Sue and Fred and Fran to consider connecting simultaneously with Sue's superb Spanish seashell shop and Fran's fantastic French fried frog fingers. At one sitting, customers should savor the flavors and excellent ambiance of 3 seashore establishments. Imagine an immense uniform emperor merged to simultaneously serve Kate's crusty Kentucky.
You got beeped.
Oh
crap!
So where am I at? Kentucky.
You got Kentucky. So let me jot that down. You also had 5 errors. Kentucky. Okay. Do you think you can do it? You think you can beat her?
Probably not, but
she can.
Let's see. Okay. Now you've already heard some of these words, so and as I said, my students do this.
See, she is a hand up.
Oh.
Hand up.
Okay.
All
Are
right.
you ready?
yes.
Start.
Next to Sue's superb Spanish seashell shop near Sarasota Springs is Fred and Fran's fantastic fresh French fried frog finger franchise. Suppose 4 or 5 of Fred's and Fran's French fried frog fingers were figuratively placed inside some of Sue's special Spanish seashells and so served. Perhaps surprise and shock at such a sophisticated display would subsequently accelerate sales and save similar seashore shops so situated. As it so happens, Cucumber Kate's Kentucky Cracklin called Sue and Fred and Fran to consider connecting simultaneously with Sue's suburb Spanish seashell shop and Fred and Fran's fantastic French fried frog fingers. At one sitting, customers could savor the flavors and excellent ambiance of one of the 3 seashore establishments. Imagine an immense uniform emporium merged to simultaneously serve Kate's crusty Kentucky Cracklin.
That's the exact same spot. What? Except she had 1 less error.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Now,
Fun.
gotta get my water out. Because here we go.
Oh, you're gonna do it now.
I have my reputation resting on this because I teach this stuff. I
Where's
want you to know it took me a little bit of time to master it.
What are you doing? Right here it is.
No, I want a timer.
Oh,
I want to.
we got a timer.
I want to make sure.
Oh yeah, just go ahead and take out your cell phone.
We had somebody comment, "This is so interesting and funny."
Go ahead,
Sandy.
Where's your timer?
Hold on.
There it is. Your clock. Go to your clock.
No,
Not
that's my
your
calculator. That's my calendar.
Your clock.
There's my clock.
I had to talk.
All right. Ready?
Yes.
Set. Go.
Next is the Superb Spanish Seashell Shop near Sarasota Springs is Fred and Fran's fantastic fresh shrimp fried frog finger franchise. Suppose 4 or 5 of Fred and Fran's French fried frog fingers were figuratively placed inside some of Sue's special Spanish seashells and so served. Perhaps surprise and shock at such a sophisticated display would subsequently accelerate sales and save similar seashore shops so situated. As it so happens, Cucumber Kate's Kentucky Craftlins called Sue and Fred and Fran to consider connecting simultaneously with Sue's Superb Spanish Seashell Shop and Fred and Fran's fantastic fresh French fried frog fingers. At one sitting, customers could savor the flavors and excellent ambiance of the 3 seashore establishments. Imagine an immense uniform emporium merged to simultaneously serve Kate's crusty Kentucky cracklins with a piping hot order of Fred and Fran's fresh fried frog fingers on one of Sue's Spanish seashore seashells. In a backstabbing assault, Prince Perkins, the proprietor of Pelican Pete's Pecan Praline Preserve, promised pernicious legal procedures imposing a pause on the merger unless Pelican Pete's Pecan Praline Preserves could be a participant in the upcoming proposed mergers.
Yes! She did it! What exactly a minute? What did you do? I like stuff like stop. Oh,
That was insane.
I've never done it without seeing the timer, and I didn't hit start, so I couldn't pace myself on the timer.
Good job. That's amazing. But you've done that how many times, Lisa?
Do I really have to tell you how many times I practiced that?
I mean,
I will say the author himself hasn't always managed to do it. I made money off of that once. I bet him he couldn't
That's
do
like
it.
the ultimate tongue twister.
it is.
But
That's like when I used to go, oh, say this 5 times fast. Say this 10 times fast.
what it's actually doing, it's pretty cool. If you don't group words together, Sue and Fred and Fran, fantastic fresh and fried frog fingers. If they're not as one word, you can't get it. That's what that's what it's really teaching, which was really cool because I didn't realize that at first myself. So I had my students timing me. When I have a student up to that level, they time me doing it. And actually the student, I'll put the video in the comments of a student doing it. And he was the first one to hear me complete it.
Wow.
Win on it.
See, and I even slowed down because I had to say ambiance.
No, she was like,
I can't help it with that word. I just can't. Ambiance.
I need to just
It's still read with expression. You still heard the expression. I got the ambiance. Such a good word. What's your favorite word?
favorite word.
Wow, you think that would be easier?
I remember what mine was as a kid, but I don't know if it's Daphnia was a beautiful word. I like that word. It's a
favorite word.
bug.
Hmm.
I don't know. Words are great though. I mean, I like having them, but I don't know. Favorite? We know our favorite color. We know our favorite food.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Never thought about my favorite word.
I like puns, so any words that make a pun are my favorite.
You and my mom.
My poor fiance. Okay, so I love puns. He's not a huge fan, but I found these shirts on Amazon or whatever for Thanksgiving, and his shirt says, "She's my sweet potato," and my shirt says, "I am." And he wears it every year on Thanksgiving.
You both wear your shirt every year on Thanksgiving. And she takes pictures and then puts them on Facebook.
Yep.
Well, you should post that in the comments too. It's too cute for work. You should.
I bought it and I was so excited and I gave it to him to open. I'm like, "You're going to love this. Oh my gosh, you're going to love this." And he was like, "Okay." And he opened it up and he saw the two shirts and he opened up the one. He just looked at me. He was like, "Really?"
Did you ask him to finish the sentence?
No. Once I moved up here to Berks County, I kind of got used to it. It's just a thing. And I think I've actually said it once or twice.
Baltimore said like Voldemort. Kind of sounds similar.
Baltimore? Yeah.
Voldemort.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty similar. I don't know.
Maybe that's secretly where he is.
It could very well be.
Mhm.
Pottermore would be able to answer that. I live with a Harry Potter kid, so
Ah,
we have done the universal thing. She does have the robes to go with the whole. Oh yeah.
I just made my fiance watch all 7, 8. I think it's 8 because I think 7
You
is
were
too much.
engaged to him before he watched them?
Yeah.
You're a brave woman.
I was like, "You've never seen them?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "Are you human?" I'm like, "We're watching them."
I'm apparently not human.
You haven't seen them?
I don't like Harry Potter.
What?
No. You know what though? You know what I do like?
Look at her face.
I see it.
The face of judgment.
Yes.
So I clearly felt it. I felt the vibe. No, so listen. So what's crazy is that I like the ride at Universal Studios,
Which one? The Hagrid ride?
and then I would keep going on it again and again and again.
The Hagrid ride?
What?
The Hagrid ride? Which
The
one?
Harry Potter ride.
She doesn't
Oh,
even know
there's
what.
several.
No.
Yeah, the new one is awesome.
It's
So-
inside.
Yes.
Yeah, with like it's like a roller coaster.
She doesn't even know what Hagrid is.
Well, you think you're in hot water without liking Harry Oh my gosh. Can I admit this? Nobody knows my address. It's safe to admit it. I don't like Friends, the TV show.
What?
You know what? I'm okay with or without.
Like-
it. I'm
Or
neutral.
The Office.
I can't
Oh,
stand
I
it.
can't stand The Office.
Really?
No.
My people.
Well, at least we got something in common, the three of us. I mean,
But I don't enjoy Friends. I hate The Office.
We
I've
were like 1.5 episodes of The Office. I'm like, this is stupid.
well,
my
thanks
daughter's
for
trying to tell me it gets less stupid.
I know, and I'm like, I just can't waste my time watching it. Sorry for you Office lovers. We can still be friends.
we lost some viewers at that one. No.
We just won't watch TV together.
Which is what, yeah.
It's okay. If my 14-year-old was watching right now, though, I think he'd come down. I'm surprised he's not watching our stream. He usually does watch it on YouTube, but he loves Friends. Like love.
My daughter's almost 16, nuts about it.
Yeah.
Absolutely nuts about it. And I watched it with her because if her and I can at least almost agree on something to watch, it's a wonderful thing. I want to feel stuff when I watch stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Joy does not want to feel stuff when she watches stuff. We get along with Stranger Things, Marvel movies. That's it.
Andy, you're funny.
We just got a comment. Andy says you are all either individually or collectively killing me.
In Angie's defense, Angie doesn't watch much TV, like hardly ever. And when she does watch TV, if I come over and she's sitting on the sofa because she's like dying of the flu, it's the only time she ever sits down.
No, that's not true.
Most of the time, she's go. Or she's like cleaning, or she's sitting here having coffee with me. She doesn't watch a lot of TV, but she watches Lifetime.
I love this.
I used to have a Lifetime movie addiction, and then I was like, okay, I'm done with this. Do you remember years ago? I would sit there on a Sunday and I'd watch it because Sunday is like my day to just veg out and do absolutely nothing most of the time. And I used to sit there for hours on end, and the next time I know, it's 6:30.
Mm-hmm. That's because the next one starts before the new.
Right.
Before the previous one ends. And it's like
chain smoking.
Yeah.
But then I got tired of having nightmares on Sunday nights. I was done with that.
So Andy, how are we collectively killing you? Is it the Friends? Is it
It's gotta be the Friends. It's gotta be the Friends.
Or is it the Harry Potter? Or all of the above?
Or is it that we are crazy women?
That could be it.
Thumbs up.
That could certainly be it.
You still watching, Andy?
surprised he wasn't out when I said I didn't like Friends. I mean, maybe the train wreck that's going to come of it. I had people at my church try to lynch me on that one.
There's times like I'm okay. Like if I see it on, I'll watch it, but I'm not one of those people that can sit there and just like Caden would watch. He would watch it on Netflix like over and over and over and
There
over.
was a time again and again on it. I mean, like it
Some
was
of
like a
it's
marathon.
Some of it's really funny. Like some of it is really funny.
Friends is the collective. Harry Potter was not collective.
This is us. Does anyone like This Is Us? Mushy stuff.
You know what?
I've
This
never
Is Us.
watched that, but I kept
have
hearing
never
about.
cried. It has never made me cry, and I'm really disappointed in that.
I want something. Don't you? But you're like me. Then you watch stuff because you want that catharsis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Like, do you know
I
what?
cry on my own.
If I need a good cry, I go onto YouTube or Facebook and I watch those videos of soldiers coming home to like their kids or their dogs, and I bawl like crazy.
Yeah.
But this does not make me cry.
You know, or
Once.
we're coming up on the holidays. You cried at Christmas Shoes. The movie Christmas Shoes.
Yeah, who doesn't cry at that story?
We're a mess.
And
It's like an ocean.
the worst part is, well, there's a reason why I cry. Like my mom passed away 10 years ago. And it reminds me very much of her. So you think knowing that I'd stay away from it? No.
No, she just continues to
No.
watch it.
Because I'm in the store. I was in the store one year with Jim. We were Christmas shopping, and that song came on. He didn't hear it, and I'm in the aisle crying.
Oh my gosh.
And he was like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "The song came on." And he was like, "Do you want to leave?" I'm like, "It's okay. It's almost over." But yet I have it on a CD in my car. Like, who does that?
Grandma got run over by a reindeer, which is one of
Grandma
my.
got ran over by a reindeer. Oh my God, I love that song. I used to sing it to my grandmother when I was a kid.
Wait, that or I want a hippopotamus for Christmas, which is better.
That song.
That's mean. Why would you sing that? Well, I had no idea. Like, I thought it was funny. Like, I was little.
It's great. Are you kidding me?
I'm like, this is mean.
Can't take a joke, then tough on her.
I like Dominic the Christmas donkey.
Hey, she's still here. She never got ran over by a reindeer. She's still alive. So
And does she live in Does she live in Pennsylvania?
yeah.
And the whitetails, the reindeer aren't going to bother her. The whitetails is what she has to watch out for. She's fine with reindeer.
Now, you're in Pennsylvania.
Yes, up in rural Ridiculousville,
Yeah, she's like, aren't you like all the way up?
northeast
North.
corner. Yeah, where that little indent is.
Yeah.
I'm at the top end of that little indent.
Sure.
Yeah, so I live where you have to have 3 ratchet traps on your garbage pail to keep the bear out.
Oh.
3, not just 1, not just 2, 3.
So so we went to Gettysburg. I was able to meet her in person in Gettysburg, and that's how we met when we were with Doug Mastriano. And how many hours did it take you to get to Gettysburg?
You were gonna laugh at me. 3.5.
That's insane.
3.5.
Bad though.
For a
It was
day.
It's like taking a
Mine
day
was-
trip to Jersey.
Mine was an hour and 45 minutes. Well, true.
It's like a day
It
trip
was
to the
worth-
beach. You're fine.
I rented a car. Some things are worth driving for. I went down. I was at one of the freedom rallies. The one that was hotter than a suck oven.
Which one was that?
Oh, it was before. It was hot. That's all I remember. It was really, really, really hot. Like bad.
Were you at the Freedom Fest in Bainbridge in August?
No, I was at the Capitol, and my daughter went with, and my daughter is more of a go with the flow person than I am.
Was that the one on April 20th or May 15th?
May 15th, it may have been.
It was hot that day.
It was hot. It was brutally, terribly, awfully hot. Yeah,
Maybe it was that one.
it was that one.
I was at that one.
How far did you drive for that?
Pretty much the same, 3.5 hours plus. Yeah.
Yeah.
To roast to death I actually had to leave. I made my way over to the shade for Doug's talk because my daughter was going to pass out.
Oh,
She will never come with me to anything like that again.
oh boy.
Ever.
I drove 4 hours once.
Anyway.
My son, who will be 19 in December, when he turned 16, was going to get his license or his permit. Well, Mom couldn't find his birth certificate that had the seal on it.
Oh, no.
You can't have a copy. So Mom took a vacation day and drove to Scranton. So I drove all the way up to Scranton to get a copy because I had to get a copy of his birth certificate. Drove up to Scranton, paid the fee, got his birth certificate, and drove all the way home. It was like a 4.5 hour ride just to get a birth certificate.
Well,
Because you needed it right away.
Because I would have never heard the end of it and I didn't think to look for it early enough that I could have
you wouldn't have found it anyway because there's no way you did you find it the day after?
No.
Okay, that's good.
You
then.
never found it.
No.
It was worth the trip then.
Well, the last time I was in Baltimore, the ride home took me, no joke, about 10 hours. I went down to visit my practically sister down there, and it snowed a wee bit. Well, not a wee bit. And we sat, they didn't tell you to get off the road before they knew it was shut down.
Mm.
And we sat in the snow, absolutely, and having to use the bathroom. And
Oh, that's.
it was a bad, and I'm a directional idiot. I get lost if I pull into a parking lot and I get out of the parking lot. So,
Hey.
you have nothing on me. I have nothing on my friend Ken.
Can you reverse directions? Like, I know I got here with the GPS. Wait, can you tell me the right or left out of here? Like, when the GPS thing came out, it was like my prayers were answered.
The single best invention of the past 5 centuries.
I will go anywhere now.
And if that thing stops working, I'm curling up into a fetal position and not moving.
I was
pull over on the side of the road till it works again.
Yeah, I'm not going nowhere.
Probably about 8 years ago or so, I was going to Delaware to visit my sister. And she had moved. I didn't really know exactly where her house was, so I had it in GPS. And I am in Wilmington. And she lived in Newcastle. And my son's in the back car. He was like 8.
In the back seat of the car?
Yeah. That
She go, he too. He's under the back car.
He was in the back seat. He was like maybe 10-ish. And the GPS is talking, and then all of a sudden it stopped. I'm in the middle of Wilmington. I have no idea which direction to go. I try calling my sister. She's like, I don't know where you are. And I'm like, well, this is the road I'm on. Couldn't give me directions. And my son's like, where's the GPS guy? And I was like, I don't know. He's like, he must have went on lunch. I'm like, that's not how that works, buddy. That's not how that works.
Beautiful. I have been told by my GPS to drive straight into buildings. If you use your GPS in Manhattan, don't bother. It will work there. It will tell you to keep going straight. It'll tell you to turn into the river. It's all the security systems. It is brutal. But I honestly would not be able to function without a GPS. I wouldn't be able to go anywhere. I'm that bad. Except my best friend, a friend of mine is worse. I said to him the same type of discussion. Yeah, I bet you have nothing on me. And he said, yeah, want to bet? And I said, yeah, I'll bet. He said, how many times were you returned by the police as a child? I stopped thinking I was the worst.
Oh, I will never forget the time that we used a GPS to go out to, it was the actual GPS, like not our phones, but like one of those
Garmin.
Yeah. And we were going out to a training event in Pittsburgh, one of my friends and I / business partners, because we were in business together. And we were driving out to Pittsburgh for this training event. And it from here to there, it's like 4.5 hours, right? Because, Pennsylvania is a long state. And we get to like Pittsburgh area. And it kept telling us to turn right, turn right. I'm like, we're on a bridge. You can't go anywhere. And I kept going straight, and it kept going, rerouting. I'm like, we're not gonna turn off the bridge. Like, what? Could you imagine the people that would actually listen to that?
Are there people? Many of them voted for Tom. Ooh.
Wait, did that come out of your mouth?
Correct, right? Sorry.
Commenting. Do you see Tia's comment?
Yeah, Tia says, oh my God, it's Tina. I love Tina. Tina, I want your coffee cup. We have to go to the table.
Ooh. Oh, now I need a coffee cup because I'm stuck with an M&M guy, and you guys have really cool. Well,
I like your M&M cup.
I think so.
I have a coffee cup that my fiance got me, and it's got a cluster of giraffes on it, and it says giraffic jam. It is my favorite coffee cup to use at home.
Giraffic jam.
Giraffic jam.
Giraffic jam.
Like a traffic jam.
Yes.
They just spelled my name wrong, LOL.
Meaning on the cup.
Yeah, you're funny.
Because it has an N instead of, yeah. Good try, Tia. Good try.
Tia and Tina.
Oh, boy.
She wants my coffee cup.
I have two students, Amira and Yamira.
Oh.
Yeah. I call most of my girls princesses because first of all, they are, if you're a child of the Almighty Lord God, He's King of the universe, so princess works fine.
Oh, that works.
I'm a princess.
I sure am too. So I call them princesses, but I certainly don't try remembering their name. And they're right after each other.
Well, because we're older, wouldn't we be queens?
No, we are still daughters of the king.
Okay.
I'm a
princess at any age.
Princess.
You like being a princess?
I do.
I think so.
Speaking of princess and thrones, Angie and I sit at this table every Monday. I think she knows where this is going.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
So her table is one of those high top tables. And so it has chairs that are high. So Angie and I are short people. So our feet don't touch the floor normally.
That's fine.
But now I'm like, my feet dangle a good foot above the floor.
Do you see her shaking? It's kind of like she's on a roller coaster.
My foot dangle a good feet above the floor.
That's fun, though.
Her chair has this bar, this little metal bar. Whoop. So I put my feet on it. That's what you're supposed to do, right? It's like a little perch. Last week, after the show, I had a bruise on my foot.
Oh, no.
I am not showing my foot. Listen, I'm short. I get off this chair. You try to get me to pick up my foot above my head. I'm going to go through the sliding doors. That's going to be a disaster, man.
But you get to swing your feet. Isn't that the most fun thing?
Well, you can't swing your feet here because there's the bar. You'll hit your feet.
You're still swinging your feet. You'll be able to bruise on the back of your foot.
So I had a bruise on the bottom of my foot. Her and I go for pedicures, and I tell the girl, I'm not showing you my foot here.
And Ken says, where's my cup?
We go for pedicures yesterday. When did we go for pedicures?
Yesterday.
So the girls,
Self-care lazy day.
Yes. So the
Sunday.
girls, I'm like, just so you know, my right foot has a bruise on the bottom. She's like, oh, thank you for telling me. And then she kind of went around it. All because of Angie's chair.
Angie's chair beat you.
It did.
It's very naughty.
Show me it's attractive.
It's not going to be attractive when I fall on my head.
That will not be attractive.
I got a picture, Tia. I'll text it to you.
Oh my God.
If you really want to see my bruised foot that badly, I'll I'll send you a picture.
Apparently we have a consensus. I think we have a consensus of people on here who want to see your bruised foot.
I don't think you really do. I mean, my foot's pretty. I got nice red nail polish on.
What? Tia, you are ridiculous. She's like, haha, some people make money off feet. LOL.
I'm not one of those people. That girl.
I've never had a pedicure. Nobody has any use to do that stuff with my feet. Thank you.
Oh, it's nice.
Oh, they're so much. Oh, they're so relaxing. She's
I mean,
look at her face. She's like, Lisa's like, no, I'm good.
I'm okay. I can do my own, and I usually do, but because I'm home all the time and I'm with this one all the time, she's like, let's go. And I was like, nah.
I'm like, pedicures? Question mark?
Yeah, I'm like, I haven't showered yet. She's like, well, get showered. I'm like, nah. She's like,
How
get
far do you guys have to drive for those things, though?
Well, I'm always the driver.
Mm-hmm. She's only ever been in my car like
How
twice.
far do you have to drive to do that?
15 minutes.
You guys have things that are 15 minutes away?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We have a store that's a block away.
We do.
Oh yeah, that doesn't exist here. I'm in the Stupidville, and
Yeah, you're in middle of nowhere.
Look, Kenneth gets one every month. I tried to get my fiance to go, and he said no. He said no one will ever touch his feet.
And gets one every month, and he says
I was like,
they
"Here."
don't make money off me. Okay,
They
you're
don't.
what?
He doesn't like feet apparently.
I
Yeah.
don't put a mask on my face for nothing. So there's until the whole my daughter cut my hair because who am I going to find to cut my hair without a mask?
Yeah.
Because it's insanity. So I make it work.
Tia comments, she's like, haha, I made them walk to it too, to the store that's a block away. She wanted to go to the store, and I was wearing flip-flops. She's like, let's walk. And I'm like, no, I don't want to walk.
You guys have stores that are close though, so that's I can't walk to anywhere from where I am.
I mean, we're in the suburbs, but like we are really close to we're just literally a couple blocks. So.
We're not in the boonies.
25 minutes to get there. There's a store 10 minutes drive if you want to pay ridiculous prices for Woodlock, which is a like national 5-star hotel type prices. If you want a real normal store, you have to go at least 25 minutes, and heaven forbid you want actual civilization, you're talking 35 minutes from here. And if you want like Scranton or Wilkes-Barre, you're talking an hour 15. I live way out. Yeah, there's nothing convenient about here.
But that's got to be nice and quiet, though.
I am really blessed on that. You could hear if I turned you that way, you would hear the crickets out my window because that's what we hear.
Wow.
Yay.
And we literally live next door, so 2 doors down.
Tia needs the Norwex for washing windows. She's so random.
So random.
So random. I was having a Norwex party, which is like cleaning stuff. And when Tia was over here,
It's all natural. You clean with water. Oh, we don't
Yeah.
need to go into all that. It's
Yeah.
already 54 minutes that we're in here.
but anyway, long story short, yes, Tia, we love you. Long story short, Tia was here and I went and grabbed my 2 cloths and we cleaned Angie's window and her mind was blown. That's
So I have to look into your side thing with Norwex.
That's not my side thing. I was just having a party. I like to have free stuff, so I like to host.
Oh, I have some. I don't have enough. I don't have enough people in my world. I live. No, I don't
I'll
host.
look you up with a consultant if you're interested in buying, though.
Yeah.
It's a friend of ours.
And you have enough people in your Facebook world.
That I do. That I do. The ones who are still talking to me, it's kind of 50-50 on that.
Yeah. It's okay. You don't need a lot of people.
Yeah.
No, I really don't. I live in the middle of nowhere. If there's a reason for that, I don't need a whole lot of people. And truthfully, if they can't handle the truth,
You're done.
I'm done.
We have consultants for everything.
We do. My Pampered Chef party just closed tonight. And I know a paparazzi lady, and of course I do LeBri and Party Light. And Tia does something. What does Tia do? Herbalife?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Consultants everywhere.
You can just get everything you need through parties
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
instead of waiting for Amazon.
Well, I mean, Amazon's pretty quick.
If you can't, well, are you guys getting stuff in 2 days?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you get stuff in 2 days? Is that where you're at?
Not anymore.
Oh,
Not since COVID.
we've been getting our stuff in 2 days.
Like yesterday I ordered an oscillating fan and 8 pillows. It's a long story. Everyone's getting new pillows in my house because I'm just like weird. So I ordered an oscillating fan and 8 pillows. The fan comes tomorrow. So that's 2 days. But the pillows aren't coming until the 1st.
So yeah, I think I got one thing in 2 days since COVID happened.
Mm.
And now Amazon thinks that there's no need to go back to actually getting stuff to you. At least out by me.
Maybe
I
by
don't
you.
get stuff in 2 days.
I ordered a diffuser for my daughter's room, and I ordered it yesterday, and it's tracked to be here by tomorrow. And I ordered it last night. What else did I order from Amazon? I just ordered 2 things from Amazon that came within 2 days.
I order so much, I don't even know anymore.
I ordered file folder tabs twice. They didn't show up. I think my post office hates me. And they're going to have to ship stuff UPS now because I ordered them twice. And the little app on my phone said delivered. No, they were not delivered. So I called them and gave me a refund. Then we reordered them. Figured it was a fluke. Got a message saying they're delivered.
And no.
They're not delivered. I promise you they're not in my mailbox.
You know,
That's frustrating.
I saw a thing, a post somewhere, some news article where people, I don't know if it was UPS. Was it UPS? Where they found the vacant parking lot where they were dropping off all the packages and things.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
That weren't being delivered to people.
Yeah, they were dumping them in the dumpster.
Yeah, just a vacant parking lot.
Oh, that's not
It's a post office. Mm-hmm.
That's not good. Maybe that's where our ballots are going to go for all the mail-in stuff.
Yeah, right.
I'm voting in person.
Me too.
My coffee's done. I think that means we're getting
I know we're
an hour.
at 58 minutes, Lisa.
Oh gosh, I'm not bad at actually talking, so this is kind of cool. Actually, human adult interaction. And you
This
guys
is the highlight of your day.
and you guys didn't hang up on me when I told my deep dark secret. So that's awesome. I feel so loved. I'll feel more loved when I get a mug.
What's that?
I'll feel more loved if I get a mug.
I know. We made them originally for us, but we might have to figure out what we're gonna do with that.
Yeah. Because these ones are very nice, but they're not dishwasher safe.
Mm-mm.
And they're not, I don't think they're sealed. So maybe we should that's our homework for this week. We need to find somewhere that we can get them like
Because
nicer
that
made.
was number 4 who wanted one of our mugs.
All right. We'll work on it this week.
There you go. Well, this was really nice, guys. Thanks for having me on. This was
Oh,
fun.
you're welcome. You know what the best part was? Reading that thing.
That was fun.
That was so much
Well,
fun.
you guys should have the author on because if you think I have fun with words, he is the master of words.
Oh my gosh. Now, is that the guy that you were talking about getting on tonight that's in Florida? Oh, okay.
So there's no reason not to go down south, right?
I love Florida.
So you guys should absolutely bring him on. He's not the south end of Florida. He's Gainesville. Go Gators.
Gainesville. Now, where's Gainesville at in Florida?
North. I keep going to see them the wrong way.
It's okay, I saw it.
North Central.
Okay.
Kenneth
So
said,
University
"If
of
you
Florida.
were drinking coffee this late, I wouldn't sleep for a week."
Herbal tea works really well in mugs too, you know.
Yeah. But we always did coffee. Like that's
That's like
Well,
our
if you
Yeah.
get enough of it, it doesn't keep you up. I mean, my ex used to be a 2 to 3 pot a day person. It
Yeah.
doesn't keep you up.
We're not quite that bad.
Mm-mm.
But like I have my morning cup. I'm sure you have your morning cup.
Yeah.
And then I'm working from home. So when I finish work around 3 or 3:30, I'll usually come over for our 4 o'clock cup of coffee. Then I'll go home so we can both make our respective dinners. And then I'll come back after dinner and we'll have our evening coffee.
We have problems.
You guys have a life, though. You guys have like actual social interaction.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. I love it.
And we have dance parties in the living room.
That's usually on Friday nights.
It could vary. It really could vary. It just depends.
Life is so short. Why would you not have dance parties in the living room?
We need to start doing lives. You ever see people to do lives and they do dance parties on live? Like
That might be scary.
Well, you see, as long as you don't show your bruised feet, you'll be fine.
That might be scary.
Hey, now if you go live with that, I will join you. I will do. Oh boy, did I actually?
She just said that.
Oh,
And it's on the recording. You can't get away from it now.
hey, God loves when I dance. Everybody else can pound sand if they don't.
Yeah.
I will dance when I
It's like
want.
no one's watching, and it is what it is.
Dance like nobody's watching. That's
Yeah.
a quote.
I know it is. That's why I said it.
Yeah.
Ah. Well, let me know if you have a dance party. This was
All right.
really awesome. I will see you guys another time.
Absolutely.
Thanks,
Thank
Lisa.
you. It was so much fun. See you guys. See you
Bye,
later.
guys.
Bye, guys. Good night.
Bye.